Welcome back to another episode of Two Beers, One Movie. We're discussing James Gunn's conclusion to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was just recently released, and it is an emotional roller coaster. It is an emotional conclusion to these ragtag son of a guns Guardians. It is it's got a lot of hidden messages in there, a lot of subliminal symbolic messages, especially about animal cruelty. Anyway, kind of give you the plot points. The Guardians are in nowhere. They're just doing what they normally do. And then Rocket is attacked by Will Poulter's Adam Warlock, who was sent by the High Evolutionary, played by Chewbacca. I can never pronounce the second name. Or his whole name. So my apologies, even though his performance is great and he's great in Peacemaker. He has sent Adam Warlock to bring him back. In the midst of a battle, Rocket is injured and he's dying, and they find out that he has a kill switch and they need to get him fixed so he can be better and alive and la da 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 da. Meanwhile, we get lots of really good flashbacks into Rocket's kind of origin story, where he came from, who he is, why he's called Rocket. He meets lots of other friends along the way who are also being tortured and held captive by the High Evolutionary. And yes, there is symbolic messages here based around animal cruelty. The best parts of this film are definitely Rockets. It is a Rocket film, and it really does feel like it's an adequate ending to the saga, so to speak. It has that humour, it has that comedic dialogue, which James Gunn is great when he writes it. His direction is always on point as well. It's smooth, it's slick. The soundtrack is absolutely flawless. The chemistry between the cast, Drax, Mantis, Star-Lord, they're all, everything just fits together like a glove. What does it lack? Not a lot, really. I do think it really is putting it's the best MCU movie since Endgame. I think it's better than Spider-Man. Sorry, but it is. Maybe it puts the new phase back on track. Who knows? But for me, The Guardians is quite clearly the best trilogy of the MCU by far. The first Guardians of the Galaxy movie is my favourite MCU movie. Probably the ending, I'm not going to try to give spoilers away, by the way, because I know people will go nuts about that. Probably the ending is a bit rushed. It feels anticlimactic almost. Although James Gunn does make it feel like one of them can die, and it makes it feel like the consequences could be real. Now, in the MCU world, that is really something that's probably got most of the criticism, especially with Zoe Saldana and her characters coming back to life. And she plays a part, obviously, in this movie, and she's part... she's not really a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and she doesn't want to be with Peter. It wasn't her that fell in love with Peter before. And yeah, she came back to life. So that's kind of, in a way, the MCU's biggest criticism from other filmmakers, from critics, that the consequences are never really there. Sometimes it's never even felt like there's actually anything can really happen. That, like, you're dead, you can come back to life. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if Tony Stark was brought back at all. Where James Gunn, mainly it's because of the backstory with Rocket, it does feel like the consequences could be real. But it doesn't have that kind of sucker punch at the end, that X factor at the end to really make it a great MCU movie. It's really good. The ending is kind of flat. It's kind of quick, anticlimactic. Maybe I'm wrong. Some people probably would have thought it was a lot better than I did at the ending. And again, I'm trying not to give away spoilers either, but it's very anticlimactic, the ending. The first two acts are really, really good. It's just that kind of that last part of the final act, kind of just, could have been a little bit better, but at least James Gunn got to make the movie his way. He got to finish his saga, and DC hopefully is in capable hands now of a guy who wants to tell stories within a whole cosmic superhero world, stories that will grab you and give real consequence. I think he'll probably be able to do that with the DC. Let's hope so. He definitely done it with Guardians, and I was definitely surprised that it was a really good ending to the trilogy. But maybe you thought it was better than I did, or maybe you thought it was worse than I did. Did you like the ending? I don't know. Please comment below, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next episode of Two Bears, One Movie in association with Top Floor Films.